What's going on, everybody? Hey, welcome to a special edition of the Daytripper podcast. Today, we ain't talking Texas, we're talking season 14. All right, so we had a crazy idea that maybe we should give you all a little sneak peek of where we're going. You guys have waited over a year for new episodes, and I think it's time that we deliver, okay? All right, so in this little special edition, I'm going to be going through the season from top to bottom with a very special surprise for the last one, okay? Because you get to be a part of the last one. But we're going to start at the top. We got 13 episodes we're going to bring y'all in season 14, and we have some doozies. So I know y'all are on pins and needles. Chet, where are you going? I mean, we've already been to Brownsville, to El Paso, Amarillo. We did Route 66. We've been over here, but there's some holes that we have yet to fill in. You know, one of the common questions is, Chet, when are you going to run out of cities? The answer is never. This is Texas. We could do this until the day we die, or where we have to go everywhere on a rascal and puree our food before we eat it because we don't have teeth anymore to chew it. That's how many cities there are in Texas. And every season, I've got the task of sitting down with a map, just like this one, thank you, TxDOT, and deciding where we're going to go. What are we going to feature? We want to keep it geographically diverse. We want the food to be diverse. We want the activities to be diverse. And we got a doozy for y'all this season. Now, if you've been listening to the podcast, you probably have already heard of some of the places we're going, but we're going to go through them once again. If you're watching on YouTube, you're going to get to see a map. If you're listening to this podcast, that's all right. I'm going to do my best to give you a auditory visual guide to Texas. Okay. Season premiere, we always like to start with something big, and there is no bigger city in Texas, at least population-wise, than H-Town, baby. Oh, yeah. So this will be our third helping of Houston, the delicious gumbo of Houston. Now, we've already done sort of a neighborhood hopping episode of Houston. We did a hidden episode of Houston. And so, like, you're going back to the Bayou City. What are you going to do? Well, we decided we're going to go iconic Houston. So not the new stuff, not the trendy stuff. We're giving you the old school stuff, the stuff that has withstood the test of time. The Houston Farmers Market, Buffalo Bayou. We interviewing the Pappas family. Y'all ever eaten at Pappasitas and Pappados? That was because of one Greek family who decided to make as great a restaurants as they can. And so we talked to the family at Pappas Steakhouse. And let me just tell you, it's insane. All right. This one's really fun. Got a lot of art in there. Oh, St. Arnold. We got the Art Car Museum. And y'all are going to love that one. So that's going to be our season premiere. Followed by, well, you know, y'all love pie? Because I certainly do. And we're going to the pie capital of Texas. Kyle, right there. So pie sandwich. Between Austin and San Antonio, you have the pie capital of Texas, Kyle. It's a fantastic place. Of course, we went to the Texas Pie Company. It's on the Blanco River. We talked about history. We went to a rage room. All right. So that's one of the rooms where they bring you a whole bunch of stuff and you get to smash it up with baseball bats. Make sure you tune into that. It was insane. All right. Next up, third episode of the season. Well, I know a lot of you guys are junkers. Y'all like junking. But have you ever junked at the largest flea market in the world? Because that's where we're headed. Talkin Texas. Right up here, sort of in East Texas meets Northeast Texas region. Thousands of people come out on First Monday trade days to basically junk. They got new stuff. They got old stuff. They got, I've been told they have a puppy alley or animal alley or something where you can go and buy dogs or goats or sheep. So this is a flea market garage sale on steroids, and we're going to jump right into the middle of it. It's going to be fun. There's also a drive-through wildlife safari, incredible food, Dairy Palace. Watch out, we're coming for y'all. And I know there's plenty of y'all watchers out there who love Canton, so get ready for that episode. Here's another episode that I tell people we're going, and they go, huh? What's there? But just wait until you see it. Where are we? That's Brady. That's Goldthwaite. That's Brownwood. Right there. All right, Brownwood, Texas. So huge downtown that has been going through a renaissance. There is Lake Brownwood State Park up there. We had what was definitely one of the best steaks I've ever had in my life at a place called Lucille and Mabel's. Let's just say, once y'all see this footage, you're going to jump in your car and you're going to immediately go to Brownwood. It was off the charts good. We had a great time in Brownwood. Talked to the mayor about historic renovation. Did a bunch of cool stuff like that one. Oh, train museum, old school museum, an old jail, super creepy old jail there. Y'all are gonna like that one. That one's one of those sleeper episodes. People go, I don't know, Brownwood, but then you watch it, you're like, oh yeah, this was incredible. Okay, I'm about to throw y'all a huge curveball. So y'all know Texas in this shape, right? And we love Texas. But you know, Texas used to be about twice this big. From 1836 to approximately 1850, Texas included most of New Mexico and a huge chunk of Colorado. And well, guys, we're going to day trip back in time. Not just to normal Texas, to 1836 Texas. So we are officially leaving the modern borders of Texas, but we are not leaving the historic borders of Texas. And we're going to go up to a little town called Buena Vista, Colorado, and see what was once a part of the great Lone Star State. It's going to give us an opportunity to do some stuff that we don't get to do within the normal boundaries of Texas. I don't want to give too much about that episode away. You're going to love it. Next up, so I know we got some barbecue fans out there. People love the new school barbecue, but we love the new school barbecue. But more than that, we love the old school barbecue. And there is a place in this little town of Giddings, Texas, on the way to Houston, where they serve some of the best old school barbecue. Miss Tootsie might make a surprise appearance in that episode. We have yet to see. We're going to be down in a little town called Servin. There's a painted church down there. Talk about the Windish people. Going to a brew pub. We're going to do some mountain biking at Warda. And that episode is going to be really good. I love it. Now, we're leaving to go to Colorado, but we're also going to be going to Canada this season. Not, oh, Canada, but Canadian Texas. You ever been to Canadian? Up here near the tip top of the Panhandle, it is one of the coolest little art-centric towns that you'll have. Very quaint downtown on the Canadian River. It's a beautiful little town. Lots to do there. They have a... it's called the stock trade restaurant. I think that's what it's called. Basically like a cattle trader's restaurant. There's helicopters. There's a bunch of stuff that's going to happen in Canadian. Then we're going to jump over here on I-45 to a little town that is between Dallas and Houston, dead in the center. Centerville. So if you've ever made that long trip on I-45 and you've passed through Centerville, chances are you've stopped at Woody's Smokehouse. We do that. We go to one of our newest state parks, Fort Boggy Creek State Park. We go to the Leona General Store for steak night. And we've eaten a lot of steak in this season, and I ain't ashamed of it. I'm pretty proud of it, and I ain't mad about it at all. All right, so make sure you tune into Centerville. Next up, we are going to be eating with some giraffes at the little town west of Waco called McGregor. So McGregor's cute little city, got a quaint downtown. SpaceX actually does a lot of its rocket testing in McGregor. They have a wildlife ranch where you get to have dinner with giraffes. That's right. They're eating there with you. Also, great little restaurant, excuse me, called the Coffee Cup or Coffee Cup Cafe. No, wait. Coffee something or other. It's not in my notes, but we're going to go there. When Bush was going to Crawford all the time, he used to stop there with all kinds of heads of state from all over the world. And that's in McGregor. It's going to be a really fun, good episode. Some unexpected swimming holes there. And while we're in Canada, we're going to make the most of our trip and head over here to Borger to see what is one of the few places in Texas that's protected by the National Park Service, the Alabates Flint Quarry, also Lake Meredith. So Borger, a little bit of a sleeper town, but outside of one of the places that's so important that is protected by our National Park Service, the Alabates Flint Quarries, where for thousands of years, the natives who lived here would go and quarry flint in order to hunt the mammoths. So we're missing a whole big swath of stuff out here. So I figured we ought to include a West Texas episode. And that means it's time to go big in Big Spring. So this cool oil town Got a nice downtown. There's a state park right in the middle of the city limits. Great burritos, and the story of this really, it's like almost 20 stories, maybe 15 stories tall, Hotel Settles that's in downtown Big Spring that has been renovated to its glory, so you feel like you're stepping back into the 1920s. And the reason Big Spring got its name, the Big Spring. We're going to tell you the story about that. And then finally, over here, well, this is second to last, west of San Antonio, there's a little place called Helotes. John T. Floor's Country Store. We're coming for you. There's zip lining, incredible Mexican food, and John T. Floor's, which is one of our most iconic honky tonks in all of Texas, right up there with Green Hall. And this brings me to our final episode. Where will we go? There's a big giant question mark. I don't know, maybe right there, because this is our viewer's choice episode. All right, so this means that you guys get to vote on where we go for the final episode. We've had some incredible viewers' choices in the past. Wichita Falls, Hillsboro, Victoria, Tomball, and these have turned out to be some incredible episodes where we basically give you all the keys and say, all right, where are you sending the Daytripper? So more information about our viewers' choice bracket coming up next week. So make sure you're tuned into the podcast and our YouTube channel, subscribe. We are going to release the bracket and let you guys vote publicly on where we should go. It's kind of a March Madness style, and I'm going to run y'all through the 16 teams that are in the running to be the viewer's choice finale episode from season 14. All right, guys? So stay tuned for that. Hopefully y'all are excited because I'm pretty pumped about a lot of these destinations. And season 14 premieres in October on your PBS station. So stay tuned. Bye con Dios. Until next time, viewer's choice coming up next.